is Josh Fernandez.
My name is Christopher Martinez. I'm a coworker.
Mirage Mokhtar, I'm a co-worker as well.
Louis Mullen, also a co-worker.
Timothy Huckis, coworker as well.
My name is Jesus Garza, and I will be presenting an informative speech today. It's going to be on PTSD. Have you ever been through a traumatic event in your life that you couldn't get over? In 2016, while working patrol, I was dispatched to a head-on collision between an 18-wheeler and a bucket boom truck. Prior to me getting there, dispatch informed me that both vehicles were on fire and the drivers of the trucks were trapped inside. I was the first officer to get there, and I was able to extract the driver of the boom truck and get him off the roadway onto safety. When I returned to the 18-wheeler, the truck was completely engulfed in flames, making it impossible for me to get close. The closer I got, the more it burned, and it was too hot. The driver of the truck looked at me and was yelling at me to help him. There was no way I could help him. It was just too hot. So after that, for the next couple of months, I continued to have nightmares. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I felt a lot of guilt because of what had happened. And I knew I needed help. I was able to get help. I saw a psychiatrist, and she diagnosed me with PTSD. With her help, I was able to overcome and cope what I was feeling by visiting with her for about 4 months, one time a week. Today I'm going to explain what PTSD is, symptoms, and how you can get help. According to Mayo Clinic, PTSD is a mental health condition that is caused by an extremely stressful or terrifying event, either being part of it or witnessing it. Examples of what can cause PTSD: being involved in an auto accident, witnessing a car accident, being a victim of sexual assault, being in combat for veterans, reoccurring traumatic events during your career or lifetime. Now I'm going to tell you guys about your symptoms of PTSD. PTSD can cause you to have intrusive memories. For example, unwanted memories of a traumatic event that come back over and over again. Reliving the traumatic event as if it were happening again. These are your flashbacks. It also causes avoidance. It can cause you trying not to talk about the traumatic event that is affecting you. It can cause you to stay away from places, activities, or people that remind you of the traumatic event. Example, you're shopping and you see a person who sexually assaulted you in public that you haven't seen in a very long time. That is something that can probably trigger PTSD. PTSD can also affect your mood and your way of thinking. It can give you negative thoughts about yourself, other people, or the world. Ongoing negative emotions of fear, blame, guilt, anger, or shame. It can cause detachment from your family and friends and activities you once did, activities you once enjoyed, and you love doing. And this is from Mayo Clinic as well. Other symptoms with PTSD, it can affect your physical and emotional reactions. For example, being easily frightened or startled, trouble sleeping, trouble concentrating, angry outbursts, and aggressive behavior. PTSD treatments are psychotherapies. It's seen a psychiatrist. A psychiatrist, according to psychiatry.org and ptsd.va.org.gov, a psychiatrist is a medical doctor who specializes in mental health. They are qualified to assess mental and physical aspects of psychological problems. A great number of studies have been conducted on exposure based on treatments, which is difficult for the patient, but involves having him or her repeatedly think about or retell their traumatic event. This treatment is about 3 months for 1 hour a week and can last longer if further therapy is needed. They can also prescribe you medications. These medications are called SSRIs, which stands for selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Examples of these medications include Zoloft, Paxil, and Effexor. you're wondering how these medications work, according to PTSD.va.gov, it states PTSD may be related to changes in the brain which are linked to the ability to manage stress. People with PTSD appear to have different amount of a certain chemical called neurotransmitters in the brain than other people without PTSD. These medications are believed to treat PTSD by putting these brain chemicals back in balance and assist you with your everyday life. So remember, if you're feeling anything of these symptoms that I have said, talk to a family member, a friend, a trusted coworker. And I will close out with always remember, if you have been diagnosed with PTSD, it is not a sign of weakness, rather than it is proof of your strength because you have survived. Thank you.